Boxing Source here, and this one is to go over announcements from Matchroom Boxing that they will have two main events that will be held in Hollywood, Florida at the Hard Rock Live at Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood, Florida. First, you have what's going down on November 7th with Devin Haney against Jacobs-Gamboa. And then on November 27th, you're going to have Daniel Jacobs against Jacobs-Rosado. And, well, this is basically what we knew what was going to happen the whole time anyway. Okay. First, wanted to go into the thing with Daniel Jacobs and Jacobs-Rosado. Going back to last year, you had Daniel Jacobs going up against Lil Chavez, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I call him Lil Chavez for, certain reasons. And during that build up for the fight or whatever it is, you had this little confrontation between Jacobs-Rosado and Daniel Jacobs. So that kind of I guess, rubbed Daniel Jacobs off the wrong way. So after he had his fight with Lil Chavez, you also had Jacobs-Rosado in that same card, but what would you say? That was a supposed dark match, so to speak. So that was like the last match of the night. It was after Jacobs versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., and we all know what happened. The crowd just was so pissed off at Little Chavez, and of course you had the whole thing with the big Chavez going, oh, God. Right? And they threw cups, empty cups, they threw food, they threw all that type of stuff out there in the ring, but it had to be cleared out. The crowd was cleared out, and then he still had the fight with Jacobs-Rosado after that, with only a few members of the media watching. But after that, what was that, last December, you still had the inklings that Daniel Jacobs was going to fight Jacobs-Rosado before this whole thing with the lockdown. So now that it's official, here we are, and it's for November 27th, which is basically months after the fight was supposedly going to happen. Now you have the other thing here with Devin Haney and Jacobs-Gamboa. Now, of course, on this particular channel, we have talked about Devin Haney multiple times over the course of 6 months. Now, the thing about it is that last year, Devin Haney was coming off of a fight on November 9th last year, where he hurt his shoulder, and because of that, he was out of commission and couldn't really fight. So the WBC made the decision at that particular time to make him the WBC champion in recess, right? So with him being the champion in recess, the WBC was making fights, seeing if they could make a fight for the WBC title. But before they even could do that, Devin Haney was like, you know what, I'm pretty much good and ready to go. So that meant he could keep the WBC championship. But after that, you kind of seen fights that were being set up within the WBC rankings, and we talked about it. You had the thing originally set for Javier Fortuna to face Jorge Linares, which would have ended up being for the WBC Diamond title at lightweight. Then the WBC made the order for Ryan Garcia to fight Luke Campbell, and that was like a final eliminator of sorts. But you didn't have anything for Devin Haney, supposedly. But they had it set up to where he was going to fight Jacobs-Gamboa. We know about Jacobs-Gamboa having his fight, what was that, December 28th of last year against Gervonta Tank Davis in Atlanta, where he got stopped in the 12th round. Of course, he had that leg injury during that fight. But I guess it was still not too severe to where he would pretty much be, like, say, out for the entire year, so to speak. So they're bringing him back to fight Devin Haney. And that's going to be the main event on November 7th. All right. So it's basically old news and something that we've known pretty much the whole time. So that talk about the fight that people thought was going to happen wasn't going to happen. Okay. So that's what we, got is just two fights that some people in the know knew was going to happen the whole time. So you're just going to have those fights happen November 7th and November 27th. Get it over with. Get it done. Get it out of there. And that's it. Subscribe to the Boxing Source here on YouTube. And we got Boxing Source Radio Show Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Blog Talk Radio. All right. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.